Hi, welcome to ReptiDesign. Today I'll show you how to make a cheap but natural looking enclosure. Hope you enjoy. Let's start off with the two things you sadly do need to pay for, an enclosure and some substrate. This project is for my brother's corn snake, but depending on what pet you are making it for, you should research and pick appropriate substrate. First, it's time to go outside and get natural materials like rocks, sticks, moss, and anything else that you want to incorporate in your enclosure. And make sure you rinse off anything you get from the woods to ensure you're not bringing anything unexpected into your enclosure. I like to put a base layer of substrate first before I start planning where I want everything to go. Now, I take 3 larger stones which will help give the enclosure some depth. Putting in the biggest stones first can help you imagine the direction you want to go in building your enclosure. I decided that I wanted to use these rocks to make a rocky hill of some sorts, so I start off by placing a flatter, wider rock on the bottom with plenty of space behind it. Now, we have to fill in the gap behind so we can add another rock to make another layer. I just happen to have some clay balls, but rocks or some dirt would do just fine, if not better. Whatever you're building, it doesn't really matter how you place the rocks, but to make it look natural, try to create steps almost, and not just a pile of rocks that looks like it was dropped from your hand. Basically, the larger, wider rocks should be on the bottom, and the smaller rocks on the top, like in real life. Here, you can see the steps I was talking about. Now, you have to make sure it's stable. Filling in holes will help stabilize the rocks. Please subscribe to see more videos like this. I really appreciate it. Now that we have the hill all done, we can start to add some details to it, starting off with some moss. I didn't want to take any chances with my snake from pushing the top rock over. So to stabilize it, I started looking for a rock that I could use as a wedge to keep pressure on the top rock, keeping it from falling. This can take time to find the right rock, but it's worth it and makes your enclosure that much safer. Here, I just added some more moss to fill in the gaps and some more substrate too. Reptiles need a place where they feel safe, so I'm gonna use some of the wood I found to make a hide. The best thing to do is play around with positioning until you like how it looks, but also is sturdy. At this point, I was happy with the hide design, so now I started to think how I could secure everything without glue or silicone, just using natural elements to push against each other and keep them wedged and secure so our pet can go anywhere they want. Here, I'm using a longer stick and a smaller stick to make a triangle that pushes against the hide, making everything stable. Now, just adding a few finishing touches and everything should be ready for my brother Snake to try it. Thank you for watching and hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe.